my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. No, never, never, never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I swam upon the devil's lake, but never, 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 I'll never make the same mistake. No, never, never, never. You'll notice I played the song with capo on the 5th fret. That's because that's where I can sing it the most comfortably, but the tutorial will be without the capo as it's normally played. Actually, I saw a live version where he plays it on the 1st fret. So it's whatever is for your voice on any given day. So, you know, just move around the capo with how you can sing it. So that's all. That's the only reason for the capo. So the intro has a dubbed guitar, which is not what Kat plays, but I think it's great to add it. This adds to it. It's nice if you're playing it by yourself, which is you're going to take a D chord, and if you can reach with your pinky all the way like this, great. And if your hands are big enough, it's not. But if you can't make that reach, I find it a little bit not comfortable myself. Then just take your first finger and bar the 2nd fret on 3, 2, and 1 string, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. 2nd finger on the 2nd string, and then your pinkies on the 1st string in the 5th fret. And then you have this. Now I like to just let my thumb kind of brush the 4th and the 3rd string, because it kind of fills out the sound a little bit. And then index is on the 2nd string and middle finger's on the 1st string. And it's just... And then let your first finger stay on the 3rd string while you bring the other 2 fingers back for the D chord, because that is like a little anchor for your hand. So you can practice just making this move if you're not doing the stretch with the pinky. From here we start thumb, index, middle, index. And then the pinky's going to do a hammer and then take it off. And you can see with my right hand which fingers I'm using for that. See, I always alternate. I never use the same finger twice, or I try not to. I just think it makes everything sound smoother if you can alternate your fingers. Okay, now the way the Cat plays this is he goes to a G chord as if he was going to play a G chord like this, but the pinky's going to go to the 2nd string. I play it a little bit differently, and I'll show you the way I do it, which I think is a little bit more comfortable than this jump. But if you're a purist and you want to do it the way Kat does it, then of course, by all means, you play your G like this. Okay, so... Okay, so that's a pinch with a thumb and the middle finger on the 1st string. And then the index is going to go to the 3rd string. And then you play the middle finger on the 2nd string, and then you have the 1st string open. So Okay, and then you're going to go to an A chord like this. This is the way Cat plays it. So he's got his first finger covering the fourth and the third string, and his second finger on the second string. I also don't like this fingering. It's not comfortable for me, but this is the way he plays it. And then hammer with the third finger like that. So you're going to pinch on 2 and 5, and then play the third string, and then hammer your third finger under the second string. So that measure is from the G to the A. And then repeat the whole thing. Okay, and this is the way he basically plays the verses. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the way that I play it, which is just slightly different fingerings, but the notes are the same. I learned how to play this when it came out, which was millions of years ago, and didn't have the benefit of YouTube or seeing him play it, so I picked it up by ear, and this is the fingering I came up with, and it's what I'm used to. And I also think it's just easier, so. That part's the same on the D, but now for the G, I just bring my second finger up top, and then my third finger gets to stay where it is. And then for the A, I bring these two fingers down, just like he does. But then I take my third finger and I slide it back. So instead of doing a hammer, I'm doing a slide. So it pretty much ends up sounding the same, but if you really want to do the hammer instead of the slide, of course, then just go ahead and do this. But it's just what I'm used to. Sorry. So that's the way I do it. As you wish, do it the way you want to. There's also something else that he does sometimes throughout the song, which is just to kind of brush with his index finger. So he's getting all the same notes with the left hand, but sometimes he just does this little brushy thing. And it's so instead of alternating any fingers, he's just going just like that. He's just kind of being loose with it. If he hits other strings, it doesn't matter. It sounds nice. Like so. At the end of the second verse, where he says, "I'll never make the same mistake," he slows down a little bit, and then he just lifts these two fingers. So he's same mistake. And then that's a brush. So, sorry. I'll never make the same mistake. No, never. And then he goes back into that, okay? That's just a little variation. Okay, then we get to the chorus. And this part, he's just using his thumb and index finger mostly. So he just does these little strums with his index finger. So thumb and on a G chord. So thumb, and then index on third, and then so down on say 1, 2, and 3, and then up on say 3 and 2. And then you go to an A chord, and it's the same thing. So 5, and then index on 3. And then brush down, and then come up on like 3 and 2. So, okay, and then back to a G, and then you only need the third finger because he's just thumb and then brushing up on 3 and 2 on the open strings, and then A chord, so down on 5, and then up on 3 and 2. And then on a D chord, so thumb, index, and then down, brush, And then I say brush because it's nice if you can get your index finger to do most of the motion. So you don't want to be doing this. It's just this. Just keep moving your index finger like that instead of trying to use your whole arm. Sometimes when I'm teaching people, they keep trying to do, they're used to strumming, right? So they keep wanting to do this, but you have to get used to just doing that. You can be more accurate and get more of that feel of that brush sound. So. Okay, then we go to an E minor. And then your left hand doesn't need to do anything on that because you're going 6, 3, brush down on 1 and 2, 3, 2, and 1, and then up on 2 and 3. And then back to a G chord, same thing, E minor again, and then G. You want to go up on this G, so you want to go down on the thumb and then up on 2 and 3. And then he does an A sus to an A. Okay, so you just, third finger goes into the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then brush, bring it back. And then back to G, back to A, and then G, A, D, actually this is when you do the D, down and then come off, and then so that the 1st and 2nd strings are open. So, never wanted water once. And then you get to the part that's, oh, never, never, never. So it's an E minor chord. And it's just also still the index, brush, up. And it's an E minor chord, but I mean, these fingers are a bit unnecessary because we're not playing those strings, but whatever. It's just, in case you accidentally hit the wrong string, it's good to have those fingers down anyways because it is an E minor chord. And then G, bass, up, and then bass, open, and then make an E chord, and then brush up on 1, 2, and 3, and then make an A chord, thumb on 5, up on 1, 2, and 3, and then back to a G chord. Okay, so you have and then here, if you want to do what you hear on the record, just slide your 3rd finger. I'm only striking it once. Okay, so this is like the little interlude after he does, oh, never, never, never. Okay, so now to finish the song, I also like to end back on this high D chord. So the interlude would end with. I would do that little slidey thing again because that's what they do on the studio recording, and I think it's really nice. And then so it's the first time through, you do that. Just replace like that. So I go from the D and I gradually, and it's a slowing down bit anyway, so you can kind of, what they say retard. So you slow down and then you can replace the 3rd finger with the 2nd finger. Or, like I said before, you can just do this. fine too. So whichever works best for you. There are no rules. Let's just make it sound good. Thanks for watching the tutorial.